So, is this the beginning of the end for the Dallas Cowboys season? Did Tariq Hill make a mistake by leaving Kansas City? And how soon is it going to be before the letters in JET stand for just end the season? Well, we're going to see if we can answer those questions and a lot more as we get you ready for week 5 of the NFL and week 5 in fantasy football action. We got it coming your way right here on tonight's edition of Fantasy Football Fever, which starts any second now. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Fantasy Football Fever. It is Tuesday night, It's October 1st.
Good save. Good save.
Good save right now. December, well, it'll be here before you know it. But actually, it is, at this time of recording, October 1st, 2024. Welcome to October, everybody. We can start to feel the weather getting a little bit cooler, which means that the action in the NFL is just going to get a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
So, however, wherever and whenever you're watching, thanks for making us part of our week, part of your week as well. I'm Tim McClelland. This right here is our league commissioner, John Natale. How you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good.
All right, good to hear. Okay. Oh, I was just looking at some other message here. Unfortunately, our buddy John Flynn will not be joining us tonight, but of course that does not mean that you can skip out on Hooked on Sports, because that's an awesome podcast that he's got there. He's been doing that for a couple of years. So
twice a week now.
Twice a week. Yes, he's got his NFL show and he's got his other sports show. Of course, he got a MLB playoffs, which started today. And the NHL preseason is in full swing. NBA season, of course, is coming up pretty soon. So y'all be sure to check them out. So I guess with that, we will go ahead and get started here with a recap of week 4 of our league. So let me go ahead and of course, without Flynn here, it looks like I'm going to have to share my screen a bit, and of course we have usually have some connection problems here, but we'll see if I can get through this thing without a hitch. Let's go ahead and look back at week 4 last week. Starting with we have a comment. We have a couple of people want to say hello. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Good to have you back with us again. Okay, and we already have a fantasy question from Javier Delgado. Who would you rather have? ROS. I don't know who that's supposed to be. Tariq Hill or Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Yeah, I think that's right now. I got to go with Marvin Harrison Jr. He's having an exceptional rookie season right now. He's on a touchdown streak. He scored a touchdown in his previous 3 games. Yeah, Tyreek Hill's hard to evaluate right now, given the whole quarterback situation. Yeah, he's starting to get single-digit fantasy points. And yeah, I kind of fear that trend is continuing. I mean, I have him in my league, and I'm taking another risk by benching him again. I mean, last week I benched him. Unfortunately, that backfired for me. We'll see what happens with him. I mean, And I hope he figures it out soon, because right now I think Tyreek fantasy owners are in trouble unless they have a massive backup plan. But right now, Marvin Harrison Jr. is definitely the safe bet.
Yeah, I would tend to agree on that because right now Tariq Hill is, of course, with the Tua situation, he's out for a little while longer. So yeah, and Miami really got roughed up last night. I was I was watching Alex Putnam's live feed
Mm-hmm.
last night on his channel. And yeah, I was watching the game along with him, and man, Dolphins are falling on hard times right now.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about last week's game, starting with last Thursday night. Although I am happy that my Cowboys won, I wasn't really impressed.
Yeah, it was definitely an ugly win to say the least.
Yeah, when you commit 11 penalties in a game like that, sometimes you're not going to win much games, but somehow they took care of the Giants 20-15. But Daniel Jones, 281 yards passing.
Yeah. I think he's slowly getting it together. He's actually been improving quite a lot. I'm pretty impressed by him.
Yeah, I'm very surprised myself.
Just the rest of the receivers need to step up. Malik Neighbors can't do all the work.
Although Malik Neighbors did get 115 yards receiving,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess the only real bright spot for Rico Dowdle was the leading rusher on the Cowboys, but he only gained 46 yards because seems like everybody's just stopping the run against the Cowboys. Cowboys really can't run the ball.
All right. Yeah, now we got to see if Malik Neighbors will be able to play. He suffered a concussion in the fourth quarter.
Oh, I missed that one.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that one. So hopefully he'll be all right in time for their next game because they got a good one coming up here. Sunday games. The Atlanta Falcons just nipped the New Orleans Saints 26-24. Derek Carr having another great game, 239 passing yards. Alvin Kamara, a kind of a modest 77 yards on the ground, and Chris Olave with a moderate 87 yards receiving.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's really good there.
Yeah, Atlanta did pretty good, but it seemed like the Saints had the better numbers, but Atlanta just eked out the win right there. The Bears beat the Rams last week 24 to 18. Matthew Stafford 224 yards passing. Kyron Williams got 94 yards rushing, but I think I heard that Kyron Williams may have suffered an injury. Not sure.
Not that I'm aware of.
I thought he might have, but if I'm correct, for any of y'all watching, if I get anything incorrect, just let me know, and we'll get there.
I'm gonna confirm that right now. I'm gonna go to the fantasy area. And he doesn't appear to have any injury destinations. No. It does say he's healthy according to the fantasy app here.
Okay. And Tutu Atwell with 82 receiving yards for that game. This was a great game. Minnesota over Green Bay, 31-29. Jordan Love went off.
Oh yeah.
389 yards through the air. Jaden Reed getting 139 yards receiving, with Aaron Jones getting 93 rushing yards in that one, but they just fell short to Minnesota. Mm-hmm. So I don't think there's any room to panic in Green Bay. I think they're going to be just fine.
Oh yeah.
Interesting score here. Indianapolis 27, Pittsburgh 24. Mm-hmm. Justin Fields, 312 yards through the air. Jonathan Taylor rushed for 88 yards for the Colts, and Michael Pittman Jr., about 13 receiving yards.
Yeah, first time this season, I think he cracked double-digit fantasy points. He's starting to get it together now.
All right, he's picking it up. And yeah, it was a big shocker right now. Denver, with their rookie quarterback Bo Nix, was able to just squeak by the New York Jets of 10-9. Nothing much to say about that
Jeez.
one.
Who saw that coming? That's definitely a garbage game of the week.
That definitely was. Aaron Rodgers had 225 passing yards. Javonte Williams with 77 rushing yards. And Mike Williams with 67 receiving yards on that one.
Ooh.
Now here, this is what I like. Tampa Bay 33, Philadelphia 16.
Oh yeah, that definitely makes us happy as fans of division rivals.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield kind of went off too, 347 passing yards. Saquon Barkley for the Giants had 84 rushing yards. And Mike Evans had 94 yards receiving there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to give the Bucs credit. I think I underestimated them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we all did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought Carolina was going to upset Cincinnati, but it just didn't go that way. Cincinnati beat the Panthers 34-24. Joe Burrow, 232 passing yards. Good thing I put Chuba Hubbard on my starters list because he ran for 104 yards. Jamar Chase for the Bengals had 85 receiving yards in that one.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Houston beat Jacksonville 24-20. CJ Stroud, another great game for him, 340 yards passing. Tank Bigsby with 90 rushing yards. And Nico Collins had a very good game, 151 receiving yards.
Mm-hmm.
So good to see Nico Collins getting back up there. I'm going to tell you right now, the first place team in the NFC East who would have thought it after 4 weeks?
Jeez.
The Washington Commanders 42, Arizona 14. Jaden Daniels is just getting about as hot as he can go right now. 233 yards. James Conner for the Cardinals led the rushers with 104 yards, and Olamide Zaccheaus with 85 receiving yards there. But hey, those Washington Commanders are looking pretty darn good.
Oh yeah.
And they could be pretty dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Another team we underestimated.
Yeah, another division rival too. So,
Mm-hmm.
and San Francisco had no problems with New England, 30-13. Brock Purdy 288 yards. I'm glad I got Jordan Mason when I did in one of my leagues. He ran for 123 yards. And I think I have Juwan Jennings on one of my teams, 88 receiving yards.
Nice.
Las Vegas beat Cleveland 2016 behind Deshaun Watson, 176 passing yards. Alexander Madison with 60 rushing yards. Jerry Jeudy, 72 receiving yards on that one. And I think this is, 7 straight wins at the Chargers for Patrick Mahomes. I think it's 7 or 8. I can't remember. But
right.
But the Chiefs outlasted the Chargers 17-10. Mahomes went 245 yards through the air. Kareem Hunt, 69 yards on the ground. And I'm glad to see a little bit more of Travis Kelce now. He was able to get 89 receiving yards there. So I guess I can cancel that all points bulletin on Travis Kelce because he was kind of quiet first couple of weeks, but I think he's starting to get back in the groove of things. This game here, I thought was going to be a blowout was not even close. Baltimore 35, Buffalo 10.
Ooh.
Yeah, Josh Allen for the Bills, 180 passing yards. Derrick Henry, once again showing why the Cowboys should have signed him. 199 rushing yards. And Justice Hill with 78 receiving yards there.
Right.
Then in the first games of the Monday doubleheader, Tennessee blasted Miami 31-12. Tyler Huntley with 96 passing yards. Tony Pollard rushed for 88 yards. Jalen Waddle received only 36 yards. Miami's not looking too good right now, especially with the Tua situation there.
Right.
But the second game was very interesting, very entertaining. Detroit 42, Seattle 29. Geno Smith, are you kidding me? 395 passing yards.
Whew.
Kenneth Walker III with 80 rushing yards. DK Metcalf with 104 receiving yards there.
Oh, yeah. And Kenneth Walker also finished with 3 touchdowns his first game back. I did not expect him to put up monster numbers like that.
I did not expect that either.
Yeah, that also led to my loss. I didn't want to start him, and I didn't want to risk anything. I wasn't even sure if he was going to play. So,
right. So basically, that's what basically happened in our in the NFL. Now we are going to get to last week's fantasy league. Of course, our league right here.
Wait, do you want to do the hot topics first, or you want to do this first?
We'll go ahead and take care of this here first.
Alrighty.
I think I kind of see why you wanted to get to the hot topics because, yeah, as you can see, I just nipped by our friend Natale here, 130.98 to 126.84.
Yep, you had that Monday Night Football game that worked for you.
Yeah, it did. I probably would have won by more points had I started Xavier Worthy. Because he got 14.3 left on the table.
Yeah.
And 10.3 points for Najee Harris left there. Pratt Frymuth, he went better than his projection right there. But the best scores from my starters, Justin Fields, big time, 31.98. 20.3 from Brian Robinson, 22.1 from Chuba Hubbard, which good thing I started him. EJ Speed at 13. Jets defense special teams at 11. Cameron Dicker underperformed. Meanwhile, let's see here. You had some pretty good numbers too. Yeah, let me get a sip here.
Yeah. My bench though delivered all the numbers.
Oh man,
I started the wrong guys. DeAndre Swift finally went off, and then had I not made a last minute decision and swiping Hill for O'Doomsday, I would have won. Because they looked at the point difference. O'Doomsday only had 1 catch.
O'Doomsday with just 1 catch, only getting you 2 points.
Yeah, and look at Tyreek Hill. That a 6-point differential there.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker III. Oh my gosh. Left 34.6 big points on the table there, as well as DeAndre Swift. Ouch. That hurt.
Oh, yeah.
So I took the victory over Natale here. Meanwhile, our friend Flynn went to 4-0. Defeating Alex Putnam 134.68 to 108.9. Taking a look at those numbers. Lamar Jackson kind of wait a minute, he's not an Arizona quarterback. He's a Baltimore quarterback. I don't know how that came about.
That's funny. Wait, isn't that Kyler Murray's face, but it says Lamar Jackson?
Looks like it.
Oh, yeah. I guess it's just the ESPN app is acting all funny. It's got the right name. It's got the different. It's got the right faces, but the wrong names.
Yeah. Yeah, because I see yeah, because I see her right up there on the monitor here, and Lamar Jackson only got 9.8. James Conner underperformed. Big game for Zach Moss, 24.9 fantasy points.
Yeah, those are my players.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson broke even on just about. Roma Dunze, hold on a second. Didn't you have a Dunze on your team?
Yeah, those are my guys. We might have to refresh it a little bit. Refresh the page.
Yeah, let's see what happens there.
Yeah, let's refresh the page. Yeah, it had the right faces, but the wrong names. Had his players' faces, but my players' names.
Okay, let's see here. I still see Roma Dunze on. Oh wait, that was yours. So
Yeah,
we gotta go back over here now.
yeah, let's try re-clicking and see. There we go. I
Yeah,
think there's the
there we
name.
go. That's the right one there. So it was Kyler Murray who underperformed a little bit. Alvin Kamara. Oh man, Alvin Kamara is having a great season so far. Jamar Chase broke even. Drake London almost broke even there. 29 big points from the 49ers defense and special teams. And Brandon Aubrey got 11 points. Oh, I can't believe Aubrey, he missed his first 50-yard field goal of his career.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on the other side here, Putnam got big numbers from Jordan Mason and Mike Evans.
Mm.
And from Young Wei Kukukachu, I'm the walrus. With 20 big points there. Looking at the bench players, let's see here. Looks like pretty much all the bench players underperformed. Javonte Williams from Denver got 10 points even right there. So that's basically how their matchup played out. We had Lucas defeating Adam 154.24 to 117.1. Taking a look here. Mahomes did okay. Derrick Henry with that big game. He had 33.9 fantasy points. Bucky Irving for Tampa Bay, 12.5.
Mm-hmm.
Rashid Speed Shaheed, as I call him, 15.7. George Kittle, 12.5. Big scores for Adam right there. Meanwhile, Lucas had a big day with Jordan Love, Amon-Ra St. Brown, David Montgomery, Jonathan Taylor. They exceeded their projections. And Nico Collins with that big game, 31.1 points. Down at the bench areas here, Brock Purdy left 14.62 on this table. Deshaun Watson with a 12.24. That was for Adam. I don't know what's wrong with my throat here. George Pickens left 16.3 on the table. Lad McConkey left 15.7. And Jared Goff, 25.18 on the table. Wow. Not bad right there. So, and now we go to Dino versus Andrew. Dino 120.28 to 96.62. Looking at the numbers here. Looks like Joe Burrow almost broke even. Aaron Jones had a pretty good day. Tony Pollard exceeded his projections. Brandon Ayuk not so much so. Stephon Diggs had a good game. Dallas Goedert was all right. Josh Jacobs almost broke even. And over on Andrew's side, looks like his only big score was Chris Olave with 16.7. John Robinson only had 11.4. Jalen Hurts underperformed at 16.32 fantasy points. Looking at their benches, oh my gosh. Wow, this sticks out right here.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Stroud leaving 23.5 on the table. Geno Smith leaving 21.6 on the table. Buccaneers defense with 18. Meanwhile, Dino had Travis Kelce scoring 15.9. T. Higgins at 12 even. Probably should have started Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed got 25.1. And the Ravens defense special teams had 13.0. And of course, the big issue here, right here, Isaiah Pacheco on the injured reserve.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, I got Casey against David. And 98.46 for Casey. 68.4 for well, I'm trying to catch my breath. Don't worry, I'm all right, folks. David only had 68.4. Let's see here. Casey had pretty good numbers from Jameer Gibbs at 19.8. 23.1 points from Malik Neighbors. Very much good thoughts. Chris Godwin at 12.9. Meanwhile, David got almost broke even with Dak Prescott at 16.7 point. CD Lamb 21.6. He started Puka Nakua and Evan Ingram. I think Nakua is still injured, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I think he's still on injured reserve, I believe.
On the injured reserve, look at that 0, 0, 0, 0. David, bro, you gotta do something, man. Looks like his only good scores were Prescott and Lamb. Jake Moody got 13. Man, look at all these points on the table. Deontay Johnson, 19.3. 13.1 for Jackson Smith and Najigba. 19.9 from Brian Thomas Jr.
Ugh.
My goodness gracious. Jameer Gibbs had a good day. 23-1 from Malik Neighbors. I said, look at that, was that Casey's bench? Yeah. 20.4 for Kyron Williams. DK Metcalf 15.4. Terry McLaurin 16.2. And Tyler Lockett 11.1. So so that's sorry. That's pretty much how our matchups went up for this past week. So we're just going to take a look at our standings right now. If this thing will cooperate. And we have Flynn is still perfect at 4-0. Meanwhile, there is a wait a minute. Am I looking?
It's a three-way tie. You, me, and Lucas are all 2-2.
Actually,
Oh, four-way tie.
Lucas, yourself, myself, Dino in that division.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
And then
statistically the
there's
best
a first,
I'm
and then,
statistically the best 2-2 person based on points, I guess.
right. And over in the Beavis division, there's a four-way tie for first place here.
Oh wow.
With Adam being the only winless squad so far. So just saying, if the playoffs were to begin next week, I mean, I know it's kind of early to talk about it right now, but it looks like Flynn would have the number one seed, and Putnam would have the number one seed with a tiebreaker, I guess. Then it'd be Lucas against Casey. Then it'd be myself against you.
Yeah.
You would have number 3 seed. I'd be number 6 seed.
Oh yeah.
But then it got Andrew, Dino, Adam, and Casey. Or that's David, right? Captain Rocket. That's David. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at our lineups for this coming week.
Mm-hmm.
I got a match up with Alex here. Get those totals in there. There we go. Right now, I'm projected at 97.2, while Adam is 108.7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Looks like Mike Evans is questionable. Khalil Shakir is questionable. And with me, I got Justin Fields. He's going up against Dallas, so that might be.
And you got a couple players on the bye this week, so got to make some adjustments there. The Chargers and the Lions are on a bye.
Yeah, there's actually a total of 4 teams that are on the bye this week.
Yeah, I got to figure out who the other 2 are.
I got the list right here.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So let's let our folks know who's on the bye.
Yes,
we know
the bye.
Chargers and Lions.
The Chargers, the Lions, the Titans, and the Chickens.
Yeah,
Or
so
Eagles.
that's right. That's right, folks. If you have players from one of those 4 teams, make sure to drop or bench.
Driver bench, because they won't do you any good this week. And yeah, J.K. Dobbins, and I'll have to find someone for Sam Laporta. I gotta find a replacement for Dicker, the kicker from Texas. Hook'em Horns. So I'll be making my adjustments here pretty soon. Gonna have Andrew facing Lucas this week. And the projection is 128.5 for Lucas, 98.9 for Andrew.
Ouch. Andrew only has 1 check mark.
Yeah, that'd be Sam Laporta.
Wait, he doesn't have Sam. You have Sam Laporta. I guess
I have Sam Laporta.
Yeah, you got to do another refresh.
I'm glad to do another refresher here.
Yeah.
Man, what is up with this?
Yeah.
Okay, there's our matchup.
There's yours. Let's get one more click there and make sure it fixes itself. Let's see.
This looks more like it.
There we go.
Yeah, Andrew.
Andrew has the advantage of Colby Parkinson.
Colby Parkinson. So hopefully, Andrew, if you're watching, buddy, might want to make some serious adjustments there, even though you don't have any of these players on the bye. Well, Gus Edwards,
right,
for the Chargers. So, but yeah, I kind of work on that, buddy. Flynn's got a matchup with with David here. The projection right now is 124.5 for Flynn, 108.6 for David. And almost even here. And then looks like none of these players have up here. Aloquin for Jacksonville, he's on the IR. He's a linebacker IR, and Puka Nakua is on the IR. David has not done anything to those guys. You need to do something about that, Dave. Because injured reserve people are not going to help you one bit. Keep an eye out for Evan Ingram and for Devontae Adams. And we got an interesting story about Devontae Adams. We're getting to those in the hot
topics coming up in a little bit.
All right. And meanwhile, let's go to your matchup with Adam.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there it is.
133.6 to 122.2. You got Lamar Jackson. He's got Derrick Henry. And it looks like nobody. Looks like none of the starters have a bye this week. One here on the bench for Adam there. So
right.
So just make sure to make the adjustments, and we'll take a look at our final matchup here. Dino against Casey. Dino is projected at 119.1. Casey at 86.4.
Yeah. Casey has a couple of adjustments to do. He's got Justin Herbert on the bye.
Justin Herbert or Jahmyr Gibbs. So if he's got Anthony Richardson, but he's questionable.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Sorry, I had to unmute my mic. It just went mute here, so
yeah, you're all good.
So looks like that's pretty much. And there's a couple of spots there. He's got to go back. That okay? He's got the. Dino somehow has an empty roster spot waiting to be filled here. So and that's his defensive player. So
right. Yeah, maybe he submitted a waiver claim potentially.
Oh, exactly. Because right now I don't see any defensive players on his bench. So
yeah, he's probably we'll know tomorrow if he did.
Yeah, we'll know about that tomorrow. So that's basically how our week was, and how our week is going to be showing up pretty soon here. So speaking of those hot topics, let me draw those up here from my notes.
Oh yeah.
Some people know the Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice is now on. He'll probably go on the IR. He's he tore his ACL, which is a real big loss for that Chiefs offense. So I guess for myself and for all of you other people who have Xavier Worthy on your bench, this would probably be the time to put him on your starting list. He'll probably get a lot more targets.
Oh yeah.
So so you might want to watch that. Not sure of the extent of how long Rice is going to be out.
Yeah,
but
probably the whole year, I would imagine. If it's an ACL tear, well, maybe at minimum 6 to 8 weeks, but could well be the whole season. if you figure week 5, see, so week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9, week 10. So I guess at minimum, he probably wouldn't be back till week 11.
Wow, that seems like a long way off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me get to. I've just gotten through the headlines here
Mm-hmm.
in the league. So it looks like the Raiders have informed other teams that they are considering maybe trading a three-time All-Pro receiver Devontae Adams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the
So,
Chiefs would be an intriguing fit, considering they could use a wide receiver.
oh yeah, with Rashee Rice down.
Mm-hmm. I think they're an intriguing option.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's see if there's any teams that they listed here. I haven't seen anything. But yeah, I would say
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Chiefs
but
are the
yeah, but then
Chiefs are
again,
down a receiver.
yeah, I was
The
gonna say, but then
Chiefs are
again,
down.
would they trade him to a division rival? That's another question.
Yeah, of course. You want to send them to a division rival. Oh my goodness. That's
Yeah.
like I said before, if you lose someone to a division rival, that's borderline personal.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. Looks like Von Miller from the Bucks, he has been suspended 4 games for violating the league's personal conduct policy. It says here he will be eligible for reinstatement after the Week 8 game against the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, I thought he might have
Court,
gotten in trouble before, but I don't remember for sure.
trying to get this here.
Yeah.
It says on this ESPN, the suspension appears to stem from allegations that Miller assaulted his pregnant girlfriend back in November 2023 during the Bills' bye week in suburban Dallas.
Mm.
So,
That's kind of
and
odd. They waited
Natale,
that long to do something.
yeah, said Miller turned himself in to the Glen Heights, Texas Police Department on November 30th on an arrest warrant for a charge of third-degree felony assault of a pregnant woman, booked in DeSoto Tri-City Jail that afternoon before being released on $5,000 bond.
Mm.
So, So, suspension for a Bills receiver. That could probably bring another problem for the offense, I guess.
Oh yeah.
But but it's only 4 games, so
Right.
hopefully it won't be too much here.
Right.
Really bad news for my Dallas Cowboys. We got our defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence going on the IR for a Lisfranc injury.
Ooh.
I expect it to need 4 to 8 weeks to recover, but I think they said it could avoid surgery. It will not require surgery, so it looks like excuse me. Sorry. And it says here the Cowboys have signed defensive end KJ Henry from the Cincinnati Bengals practice squad.
Hmm. Yeah. Not familiar with him, but yeah, we'll see how he does.
And they have lost. They're looking to play without Micah Parsons. He had a high left ankle sprain, so not as serious as a torn ACL, but still pretty bad because we're going to have both of our top defenders having to do without them for at least a while. So looks like Tyler Huntley is going to start again for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think at this point he's the best one that they have. Yeah, he's the only one. He's the only experienced one out there.
Yeah, they got a game against New England coming this week. We'll show you our picks for that and the other games coming up here a little bit. And it says that Kareem Hunt is now the starting running back for the Chiefs. So
yeah, I think he could very well be the RB1.
Yeah.
And he could probably get involved in the passing game too if needed.
Okay. Let's see if I got anything. A rookie defensive tackle for the Browns, Mike Hall Jr., 5 games without pay for violating the league's personal conduct policy. Pleaded no contest of September to a reduced charge of disorderly conduct stemming from a domestic altercation this past summer. He'll be eligible for reinstatement after the Browns' Week 5 game against the Commanders. So, another troubled player out there.
Right.
Yeah. Got any other thing I've missed?
No, I don't think so. I'm just gonna take a quick look at the NFLweb.com website just to make sure nothing breaking came in or anything. Let's go to NFL.
I don't think I've gotten anything yet from Adam Schefter or any of those guys.
Well, let's see. Well, there is something about a little bit further on Davante Adams' potential trading spots. This is according to Adam Schefter. He's got the Jets as a possibility, the Steelers, the Commanders, the Bills. Ooh, he's actually got your Dallas Cowboys as an option.
Davante Adams to the Cowboys, I would like that.
Yeah. It says here in the description, with the makeup of their offense now, shorthanded in the backfield, this is a pass-first offense. But beyond CeeDee Lamb, do the Cowboys have a game-changing pass catcher? Says Jake Ferguson is a solid threat at tight end, and Brandon Cooks and Jalen Tolbert have their imprint on the scheme. But an Adams-Lamb pairing might instantly make them the top wide receiver combo in the league.
Adams and Lamb, ooh. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb is a game-breaking wide receiver. Brandon Cooks gets his fair share. Jalen Tolbert is slowly on the rise.
Right.
So if anything was to happen to one of them, I could see that, but
nothing else came in. No other breaking news. So yeah, I think that's about it for that. Unless there's something else you could think of.
No, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. So we'll just keep an eye out to see where Davante Adams goes if those Raiders decide to trade him. So I think it's time for a little trivia here.
All right.
Now, I told Natale before the show that I was trying to come up with a question, but I couldn't really find an answer to it, so I'm just going to have to go back to the one I had. But before we do, Natale has a trivia question that has to do with this day in NFL history.
Yeah, but first I'm going to give a regular on this day in NFL history, and then I'll do the question.
Okay.
All right. On this day in NFL history, we're going to go back to the year of 1995. It says the Jacksonville Jaguars record their first ever franchise win in Week 5 of their inaugural season in a thrilling 17-16 victory over the Houston Oilers at the Astrodome. So yeah, 1995. That's the year the Jaguars franchise was born. And they won in Week 5, their very first game.
Man, against the Houston Oilers at the Houston Astrodome. And I can't say that I ever did step foot in that place, the Astrodome, but now it's basically just a shell of what it used to be. And of course the Oilers packed their bags and moved to where they are now.
Yep.
Well, actually, for the first 2 years they played in Memphis, Tennessee. They're called the Tennessee Oilers.
Right.
And then they moved to their stadium in Nashville, where they've been ever since then. So interesting there. So let's go to your trivia question that has to do with today in NFL history.
Yeah, this one is specifically built for you. We'll see how well you know this era.
Oh, Cowboys question. Aha.
Yeah. All right. This legendary Cowboys defensive end. Oh, sorry. I got to give you the date first. It's October 1st, 1989. So this is during your teenage years.
Yeah. Oh, 89. Oh, my gosh. How can any Cowboys fan forget that year?
All right. Let's see. Well, I don't know if that's good or bad, but we'll see if this is up your alley. This legendary Cowboys defensive end, he registers his 1,000th NFL career tackle as the boys defeated the New York Giants 30-13 at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas. Hopefully you know the defensive end that we're looking for here.
1989, they said he scored his 1,000th tackle. His 1,000th tackle. He is a defensive end.
Yes.
Oh. That was 89. October of 89?
Yep, correct. October 1st, 1989.
October 1st, 1989. And you said it was against the Giants?
Yep, this happened against the Giants.
I thought the Cowboys' only victory that year was against what they called the Redskins back then. Because 89 was the year when Jerry took over, bought the Cowboys, and Jimmy Johnson was named head coach. They went 1-15.
I'll do a quick fact check there. Then let me see. Let me go to Cowboys 1989 season. Then Cowboys 1989 season. Let's see.
And for any of y'all that are watching, y'all can probably look some of this up too. See if
Oh, you are right. The Cowboys were 1-15 that year.
Yeah. That was the first year of Jerry Jones ownership.
All right. Well, now I'm going to look up the guy just to see if where maybe unless the year is wrong or something. But I'm going to try to look up the guy if I can. Right now, I got. Let's see.
You might want to check that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to find.
Anybody out there looking up this information, y'all let me know. I know Natale's looking, but anybody out there looking, let me know.
Yeah, I guess. Do you want to do your question in the meantime while I do some research?
Okay, I guess we could do that. Okay, so here's my question. Last week, Dak Prescott won his 13th straight game against the Giants, which is the second longest win streak by one quarterback over one team.
Hmm.
So the obvious question is, which quarterback holds the record for the most consecutive wins against one team?
Hmm. Man, that one I'm not sure. That one I have to do some thinking about. Yeah, I'll have
Yeah,
to
and I'm
think about that. And we'll keep.
just making a little note here. Just making a little note for a friendly reminder for everyone watching. Just make sure you check out the Pain and Game Pick'em show with Alex, Lucas, and myself. Comes to Wednesdays, 10 Eastern, 9 Central on youtube.com/apizzle90. So y'all be able to check that out for tomorrow and every Wednesday night. So I guess the only other thing we have to do. Oh, do you have you don't I guess you don't have any starts and sits, do you? I don't think I do.
No, I didn't. I actually never thoroughly thought about it. Usually Flynn thinks about it. That's usually his thing.
Yeah. Because he's very good. He's very good at getting some starts and sits. So I guess with that being said, we could go straight to our picks. So I'll set that banner there. Set that here. Um, hold up a second. I thought he might have sent I thought he sent the slides. I thought he did. Oh my goodness. I don't see anything.
Well, I mean, I guess we can just give our. I guess we could just state our picks and stuff like that if we want to.
Yeah, I guess we're probably just gonna have to. So why don't I just go ahead, share my screen again.
All right.
I guess we'll just go through the games right here. All right, we're
Yeah, I
starting
guess you could say.
of course. Yeah, I thought he was kind of working on those right before we started the show. So we're going to start in Tampa Bay. Well, actually, we're going to start in Atlanta, where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be visiting the Atlanta Falcons. Prime Video. Uh, I know that. Where's the thing here? Done with that. I think he said he had the. I think he had Atlanta picked by 1.5. So let's see here. Try to Yeah, I think it was Atlanta by 1.5.
Mhm.
So and I have Atlanta beating Tampa Bay by a score of 27-23.
Yeah, let me see. What did I pick? Uh, I have the Bucks defeating the Falcons 24-20.
Interesting. Okay, that's the Thursday night game. Sunday game, the first London game of the season over at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. The Vikings are playing against the Jets. I'm still trying to get the. Well, I can't get it on my phone. It looks like I'm going to have to get it here on my laptop. Let's see here. Let me pop that in here. Minnesota was picked at a 2.5. So who you got in this one?
Let's see. You said Minnesota's one. Oh, and yeah, I have the Vikings defeating the Jets 27-24.
Interesting score here, but I'm going to give a little bit more. I'm going to give a little bit more love to Minnesota here. I have them winning 33-24. I'm just giving them a little bit of love there, right there. Do we have? I think we have. Hey Dashy, how you doing? Yeah, we've already covered that. Once again, the Lions, the Chargers, the Eagles, and the Titans are on the bye week. So
Yep.
Yeah, we got all that covered here. Now the next game I see here is the Bears and the Panthers playing in Chicago. Bears are picked by 4. I got the Bears winning and covering by a score of 27-20.
Yep. I also chose the Bears, but I'm taking the Panthers with the points, 21-18.
Ooh, interesting, interesting. Interesting pick there. Okay, then we have Baltimore traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Bengals at last report was 2.5-point favorites. And actually I have the Ravens coming into Cincinnati and defeating Baltimore, defeating the Bengals by a score of 27-24.
Ooh. Well, that's a very close one. Yeah, I'm also taking the Ravens to win and cover. My score is 26-20.
Interesting right there. We have next one is Miami Dolphins and New England Patriots. New England is at home and they're only picked by 1.
Yeah, this one was a really tough one. Yeah, this one was one of my candidates for the garbage game of the week, but I didn't pick it. I have something else in mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one I'm going to take the Patriots to win and cover. It's going to be an ugly one though, but 23-20.
23-20, you're going with New England?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of going with Miami on this one, 24-16.
Ooh.
Kind of hoping for an up week for the Dolphins. Hopefully they'll be all right.
What was the spread on this?
New England is 1. I think
Okay,
I
never mind.
checked.
That's not an upset then. Never mind. All right, we got a question here.
Yeah, that's
Dropped
right.
Coleman
Heather Gonzalez.
for,
Drop Coleman for Downs or Sermon.
Let's see. Well, I know he's talking about Keon Coleman, I believe, and Josh Downs. Maybe. I'm trying to figure out who Sermon is.
As that one Jeopardy contestant once said, trying to answer a daily double. Who are 3 people who have never been in my kitchen?
I gotta figure out who this. Oh, Oh, Trey Sermon. Okay, let's see.
Trey Sermon.
Yeah. I wouldn't suggest dropping Keon Coleman yet. I think the Bills' offense is going to figure something out, but if you were to, I think Josh Downs is probably the safest bet for now, because I think it's Michael Pittman is still getting into the swing of things, and Alec Pierce has been pretty decent. I think right now Josh Downs is your number 2 receiver in that core, but I'm leaning towards keeping Coleman. But if you absolutely must, I think Josh Downs is a good choice.
All right. Well, there you go, Hector. Thanks for watching, and spread the word around, would you? We'd appreciate it. So what did our friends say? I hope you have Cincinnati upsetting Baltimore this week. Actually, Baltimore are 2.5-point favorites. I think it did shift a little bit. Well, sorry, Dashy. I kind of got Baltimore winning 27-24. Okay, next game is it's the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Commanders are 3.5-point favorites.
Yeah, and in this one, I did pick the Commanders to win and cover, 25-21.
Yeah, actually, this is my point spread game of the week. I have my final score is 26-23. I've got Washington winning, but I've got Cleveland actually covering. So, that just might happen right there. We now have the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars are playing in Jacksonville. Jags are, last I checked, according to Flynn here, 3-point favorites are the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, I'll start with you on this one. Who did you pick?
I think Jacksonville's kind of taken a good hold of Indianapolis for the last few years. And I guess history will probably repeat itself. I'm taking Jacksonville over Indianapolis 24-17.
Yeah. And I just want to make sure about. I believe there's only 2 teams left without a win, if I'm not mistaken. I think Jacksonville is one of them. But let me take a look just to confirm that. Let's see. Let me go to the standings. Let's see here. Okay, the Chiefs are still undefeated. Let's see. Yep, Jaguars are still winless. Yeah, they're the only winless team from the AFC side. Now I'm going to check the NFC side. Oh, everybody else has at least one win. Yeah, Jacksonville is the only winless team. Yeah, and the Vikings and the Chiefs are the only 2 undefeated teams left.
That game looks like a tank ball. Joe Flacco versus
This is going to sound a little silly, but despite this being my garbage game of the week,
Yes, sir. Oh. You're kind of breaking up a little bit, Flynn. All right, Natale. Oh my gosh, I did it again. I have done it again. So I guess I'm gonna have to play this. This is for me. This is
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Even without one of the guys here, I still screw up.
Oops.
And So you said that this was pretty much your garbage game of the week, but what would you say your final score was?
Team.
Uh, I'm not getting any audio from you, bro. Okay, I hear you typing now, so I guess you're gonna type in your score here. Okay, I will switch to phone. Okay, which usually happens. It usually happens from time to time, folks. But that's somewhat the joys and the pains of technology. It's just never perfect. So he's got this as his garbage game of the week, and so he got Joe Flacco against Trevor Lawrence. Um, you know what? I'm kind of thinking that this might be my garbage game of the week as well. All right, and I think he's back on there now.
Right when I came in, I saw a garbage game. What did you have?
I kind of picked this one as my garbage game as well.
Oh, nice.
So while we were having the technical problems, I mentioned that Jacksonville would beat Indianapolis 24-7. What was your score?
Wait, let me go back and see. I think I said 24-20 or 26-20. Let me check that just to confirm. Okay, it's just spinning around right now. Oh, there it goes. Let's see. I had okay. Nope, that's not it. Let's see. 20 to
Oh,
16.
yeah, 20-16. I was just checking the message that you sent earlier this evening. So yeah, 2016 garbage game of the week. We've already done that. So we can just go ahead and move on now to Houston, where the Buffalo Bills are going to be visiting the Houston Texans. Uh, Texans are 1-point favorites.
Ooh, this is a pick 'em.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I forgot. Flynn gave a note earlier saying that Buffalo is now Buffalo is now a 1-point favorite. So it's Buffalo now.
Oh wow.
So but still, I actually think Buffalo may be falling on a little bit of hard times here.
Hmm.
And this is only a pick'em game, so it's not really an upset special.
Right.
But I'm going to take the Texans over the Bills 23-21.
I see. This one was a close one for me. This was probably the toughest one for me to decide, but I picked the Bills 28-25.
Mm-hmm. Interesting right there. Next, I think it's yeah, Denver here. Did he? Yeah, Broncos line moved from 3 to 2.5. So Denver is at home against the Raiders, and now the line for Denver is 2.5.
Yeah, initially I guess I had the Raiders covering. I had the Broncos winning, but the Raiders covering. Now with the change, I'm just gonna keep the Broncos. I'm gonna keep my score and have them winning outright. And what did I write? I wrote 24-21.
Well, the Raiders seem to be doing pretty good. Both teams are 2-2, but I gotta go with a little bit of a better coach, a little bit better of a quarterback here. Right now, Bo Nix is still trying to figure out the Sean Payton system. So, call me crazy.
Ooh,
Yes, I've got the Raiders defeating the Broncos 24-20.
Mm.
So that's how it goes right there. Next, we have the 49ers against the Cardinals. Game is in Santa Clara at Levi Stadium. 49ers are 7.5-point favorites.
Yeah, in this one, wait, I'm going through my notes. Like, did I forget to? Did I forget? Oh, never mind. I put the 49ers winning 26-20.
49ers winning 26-20.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I almost have a similar score than yours. I'm actually going to give a few more points to the 49ers. I'm going to take the 49ers over the Cardinals 30-20.
Oh, cool.
So almost close right there. We now have the Green Bay Packers against the Los Angeles Rams. The Packers line moved down from 3.5 to 3. So
Mm.
the Packers are 3-point favorites at Los Angeles against the Rams.
Yeah. This one, I had a 3-point game, but I have to pick somebody for. So it's either picking the Packers outright or the Rams to cover, and I'm taking the Packers with both the points and to just straight up win. So I got Packers 24-21.
And I've got the Packers winning and covering 27-23.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So this next one here, gonna be a rough one for you. It's the New York Giants
Mm-hmm.
going into Seattle to take on the Seahawks. The Seahawks are 6-point favorites.
Yeah, this one, I do think it's going to be a close game, but right now the Malik Neighbors is questionable. Even if he does play, I don't see it making too much of a difference. The Seahawks team has been playing so far; they've exceeded my expectations. They've been playing really well. I'm going to take the Seahawks to win this one though, 28-21.
28-21. Interesting here, but I got a bad feeling that Seattle defense is just going to be a little bit too rough on those Giants. I cannot see the Giants getting to 20.
Ooh.
I actually have Seattle winning this one by a score of 28-17.
Mm.
Yeah, and not only that, I've got Seattle.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm locking them Seahawks this week. Speaking of rough games, we now go to the Sunday night game. It will be the Dallas Cowboys against the Pittsburgh Steelers at Secure Stadium. I don't care what the hell they call it. I still call it Heinz Field.
Heinz Field, yep, definitely.
And you see here, the Steelers are 2.5-point favorites.
Mm. Yeah, this one was actually a tough one. Honestly, this one could go either way. But oddly enough, Tim, believe it or not, I picked your Dallas Cowboys as the highest scoring team for the week. I just noticed that. I gave them the most points this week out of all the teams.
Wow.
Yeah, I have them winning in a slugfest, 31-28.
31-28. I kind of got an offensive slugfest here, but without DeMarcus Lawrence and without Micah Parsons, and the fact that the Cowboys can't stop the run, the Cowboys can't even run.
Mm.
It's going to be an aerial battle. Yeah. Call me crazy, but I mean, yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan, but I'm also a realist.
Mm.
Because these next 6 games are going to really, really test the Cowboys.
Mm.
Let me look them up right now. Their next 6 games, it's like Murderer's Row.
Mm.
And And now with the with DeMarcus Lawrence and Michael Parsons both being out, this rough schedule is now even rougher because they got Pittsburgh, then they're at home against Detroit,
Oof.
then they have their bye week in week 7. Then after that, they have to go to San Francisco.
Ugh.
After that, they go to Atlanta.
Yeah, that's probably doable.
Then they're at home against the Eagles.
Hmm.
Then week 11, Monday Night Football, the I-45 showdown. Cowboys versus Texans.
Ooh.
That game will be in Dallas.
Ah.
And I was kind of thinking to myself, if the Cowboys win just one of these 6 games, I'll be impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they could definitely beat the Falcons, though.
Could be the Falcons. Could. I'm thinking maybe they could beat the Texans. I don't know.
Maybe.
But as much as it pains me to say this, I have Pittsburgh winning this 130-27.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know. But that's just me. Monday Night Football, the New Orleans Saints against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm.
And
That's gonna be another good one.
Chiefs come in at 5-point favorites.
Ooh. Yeah, this one's another point spread game for me. I think it's both these offenses are going to go toe to toe. I have the Chiefs winning narrowly, 30-27.
I think I have the Chiefs winning and covering. I got the Chiefs winning 33-26. So
Yeah, pretty close in scores there.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the schedule, and that's our picks for this coming week 5.
Mm.
So just a little bit of unfinished business before we wrap it up for tonight. Our trivia questions.
Yeah. Yeah. I was able to go back and do some research. Yeah, the date was correct. It's just they just mistakenly said that the Cowboys beat the Giants, but it was the other way around.
Yeah, it was the Giants beating the Cowboys because if I'm not mistaken, I think the Cowboys' only win was against Redskins.
Yeah, probably because it did show that year one win. Yeah, so it was just a mistype from the website, but the date itself is correct.
So it was on this date, October 1st.
Yeah, so I'll read. So I'll read it off. I'll read it off again.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
So it says, it's this legendary Dallas Cowboys defensive end. He registered his 1,000th career tackle. So now you know this was when the Giants actually won this game. It was 30-13. So, which Cowboys player is that? Dig into 1989. Let's see how well you know the players.
Wow. A legendary defensive end for the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
1,000 tackles.
Yeah.
He had to have been there for quite a few years.
Yeah. I'm gonna see how long his career was. Let's check that. I'll give you a little bit of a clue. Let's see. I don't know if giving you this clue helps, but he had a famous nickname.
Oh, you said famous nickname.
He had a nickname. If you want, you can give me the nickname, and I'll take that.
You don't have to give me the nickname. I know the nickname.
Go ahead.
Legendary defensive end. Got his nickname because of his amazing height.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I think you know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
and how Joe Montana was able to throw the ball in that playoff game, to throw the ball over his head into the arms of the late Dwight Clark, God rest his soul. How they were able to do that in the 81 NFC Championship game is far beyond me.
Hmm.
That defensive player, who I believe should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame and definitely in the Cowboys Ring of Honor, the legendary Ed Too Tall Jones.
Yes, you got it. Too Tall Jones. All right, let's check out some of his stuff here. All right, he only played from the Dallas Cowboys. He had two tenders with them, 1974 to 1978, and 1980 to 1989. Let's see. He was a Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl 12. Let's see. Some highlights. It says he was in the Black College Football Hall of Fame in 2013. First team All-Pro, 1982. Two second-team All-Pros, 1981 and 1983. He was a three-time Pro Bowler from 81 to 83. Let's see. And he was also a first-team All-American in 1973. Here's some career stats. He had, in 224 career games, he had 57.5 sacks, 3 interceptions, which were combined for 14 yards. He had 19 fumble recoveries.
Uh-huh.
And he was a round 1 pick in the 1974 draft. Oh yeah, he had a pretty good career for him there.
Pretty good career. So
there you go. That's some Dallas Cowboys trivia for you. That you aced that one.
Yeah, you said nickname, and that was the thing that did it for me. So my question was, of course, mentioned that Dak Prescott had won 13 straight games against Giants, which is in second place among all-time quarterbacks consecutive victories by one quarterback against one team. So who holds the record and against what team?
Oh, this one's a really hard one. Yes, I didn't see the game, so I wouldn't be able to know. For some reason, I was thinking modern, but like legendary, but still kind of modern in a way. I was thinking like either Peyton Manning or Brett Favre or something. I'm sure I'm probably dead wrong on this, but I'm just going to guess Brett Favre against the Chicago Bears.
Okay, so let's see here. Let's see here. I have here. I just want to make sure that I have this correct, because I read that. If I read that thing correct, then yeah. All right, I need to clear that out. So, what was your answer?
Yeah, I honestly have no idea, but for some reason, Brett Favre came to my mind at first. Maybe him beating the Bears. I think he beat the Bears a lot. But then I was also considering Peyton Manning, but I'm going to just go with Brett Favre.
Well, those are good guesses.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to go back to the late 60s, early 70s.
Ah, okay. I was considering going back that far. I had Joe Montana in my mind too.
Actually, it was Bob Greasy.
Okay.
Bob Greasy, for the Miami Dolphins.
Ah.
He won 17 straight games against another AFC team. See if you know that one.
Patriots?
Nope.
Ah. So then it's either the Jets or the Bills. The Jets?
No, it was the Bills.
Okay.
So 17 straight games by one quarterback against one team. Bob Greasy against the Buffalo Bills.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I got a feeling Dak's going to break that record because the Giants have been awful for Giants always seem to play bad against them.
Yeah, seems like they do. And if I'm not mistaken, let me see here. If I can get a quick look at the Cowboys schedule.
Because I know they got to play them one more time. So if that's a win,
Yeah.
that would be 15. So you could tie the record next year.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, they could. Let's see here. The next time they play against the
Isn't it
Giants.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Day. Cowboys versus Giants at AT&T Stadium, 3:30 Central Time on Fox. So,
Yeah. As I say, under the assumption Dak is back next season, he could tie the record.
yeah, under that assumption, of course. So, so we'll just see what happens there. But I guess with that, I guess we can just go ahead and put a wrap on this show here.
Alrighty.
So, I guess we're kind of winging it today. I thought I saw Flynn put those notes in the system so we'd be able to see all of our scores.
All right.
Don't know what really happened there, but anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. Wait a minute. What am I looking for here? I need to put up a note once again. Oh yes. Quick reminder, tomorrow night, Pain and Gang Pick'ems with 8 pills of 90, LC Muscles, and yours truly. Wednesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. YouTube.com/8 pills of 90. So y'all make sure and check that out. Make sure that you're checking out Hooked on Sports with John Flynn. 2 shows a week now.
That's right.
So wherever you get your podcasts, look up Hooked on Sports, and just take a listen, and you'll see why I think it's a very excellent sports podcast, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
So I guess there's not much left to be said, but thanks for hanging in there with me, Natale. I'll see you next week.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And remember, guys, the buys this week are the Lions, the Chargers. Was it the Eagles? And then what was the fourth one?
Lions, Chargers, Eagles, Titans.
Yep. Just as a final reminder, folks, if you have players for that week, make sure you bench or drop.
Bench or drop. So we'll see you next week, Natalia, and hope to see you all next week. We'll reconvene 7 nights from now. So so for John Natale, and on behalf of our good friend John Flynn, my name is Tim McClelland. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Enjoy the games. Have a great week. God bless you all. And as always, be a good sport. See ya.